Hello, good morning. So I thought, like, I made a few changes to the SDK, released a new version, but let's see, reset hard. To do, what did I change here? Oh yeah, but that's fine. What was I gonna say? But yeah, it's in a really good state now, and let's see, I'm just gonna remove these again. It's in a really good state now. So now we have this stuff, everything. So there's like 3 levels to the API. You have SDK.sandbox, which holds methods that doesn't require a VM to be running. And then you have resume and create that guarantees to return a running VM. And on that object, the sandbox object, you have methods that requires a VM to be running. So for example, the sandbox.update tier, sandbox.update hibernation timeout. These things requires the VM to actually be running. And then you have these methods that actually returns a session. And a session are methods that requires you to be connected to the VM with a session. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. Like at least at like the levels of API. So one thing that we were playing around with, which I think we should just continue doing, is shell SDK test. Let's fire this up again. Cause there was one thing I didn't check. Let's see. Connection refused. What's this? Proxy. Oh yeah, I'm not running the server. That makes sense. Let's try again. Okay, so now we have, yeah, look at that. That's really cool. It's super fast. So we have this thing running now. Let's see, I just need to find what's the ID of this thing so that we can have that running as well. CodeSandbox as because I want to try running a server, and then we're gonna try to just dispose of the shell and see if the server actually stops running. So if I were to do, yeah, and then we also have task here, but I'm gonna stop this for now. And then we're gonna see if we get a preview running here. Because I think, what is it? Is it PM dev? Okay, so we're gonna run, maybe we can, how do I, yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe I can do this. So if we run, let's move this down. There we go. So if I run PM dev here, it should start the server, and then we have the server running here. That's good. But if I toggle this now, I'm just gonna check the code. Do I actually dispose of the, I don't think I dispose of the thing. No. So so what happens now is if I like toggle and I toggle back, it's gonna start a new shell. And there's also a new connection here. So what we're gonna do first of all is, do I share terminals here? No. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna restart it for now. And then we're gonna make a couple of changes. So when the actual thing unmounts, let's say return, and this is why they want to do strict mode, because that would have, So this will be disconnect. But we're not only going to do that, because this is just the terminal. We also need the actual terminal. Sorry, the shell ref. How are we going to do this? Yeah, it's really sucks that this sandbox ref is async. But let's just do let dispose, and then we're gonna do dispose equals, and then we're gonna shove this stuff into, and then we're just gonna call dispose. How do you do this? Dot, there we go. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is rather dispose from here. Hello, good morning. Nice to see you. I'm just here having a bit of a debugging session. So let's see, terminal, dispose. We're gonna do sandbox, disconnect. Well, I think we can do dispose there. No, it only has disconnect. And then we're also gonna do, well, first we do shell dispose. Yeah, that could actually be a thing. Like, what does shell dispose do? I wonder if maybe we're disconnecting. If this is async, I wouldn't think that's async, but yeah, maybe we should make the disconnect. I'm gonna check one thing. So picture client, what do you actually do when you disconnect? So it says, and it disposes of the connection. And that says super dispose. Yeah. Let's see, super dispose. What does super dispose do? This is why I don't like extending. I don't like extending to disposable. Because now it's so hard to see like what actually happens. Because we're just adding a bunch of like, this is gonna happen on dispose. Okay, on will dispose. So we're clearing, yeah, and we're closing the WebSocket connection. So what I actually, one thing we should fix here is that when we disconnect, we should make sure that the queue is empty. So we're actually gonna fix that, because that has to be a problem. Because you might wanna like, you wanna do some cleanup and stuff. Or it's at least a risk. We don't have to check it now, but yeah, because this is like void. All the disposal is like void, but disposing of the shell, this, well, maybe that's the problem. This shouldn't be void. Let's check that. Because you have to send the message, and the message might be queued. That's the thing. And then you close down the WebSocket connection, and then you don't. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure where this should happen. If wait, not picture client. If we should, because we know all the queued messages. So like when you call disconnect, maybe it should be async, and then only when the messages are empty. So we don't allow any new messages, but we kind of get into this like closing state. And let's see, picture, where's SDK? Where's SDK? There you are. So what does actually the WebSocket shell thing do? Shells, but wasn't there like an actual shell here as well? Shell instance. So this shell instance has a dispose. Oh, interesting. So this doesn't actually. Oh, there we have it. Yeah, shell close. Oh, but I don't think that's correct. I think this should be shell delete. What's going on with my... I didn't restart my editor. Should probably have done that. Ah, this is so slow now. Let me try restarting the extension host. There we go. This should be a delete. That's a bug. Because closing it just, I can't remember what close does. But it certainly doesn't remove the shell. So that's something we need to fix. So I'm gonna build that. What did we used to build? Was npm run build, right? Oh, did it again? Oh, yeah. Wait. Sandbox client. Oh, yeah, sorry. Just need to... Renames is like changing first character or uppercasing the first character. Isn't picked up by Git. Cool. So now we have that thing. Let's get back to our... So now the shell actually sends a delete message. So that's definitely a bug fixed. And then we're going to disconnect. We're going to see if the server actually closes down. And that could also have been the reason. No, that's a different thing. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to restart just to be sure. No, not npm run. Yarn dev. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. So now we have the thing running. And if I were to toggle this now, we should see that P thing disconnecting. Yeah, and it does. Great. And then when I toggle it back on, it's back. And if I do pm dev, oh yeah, it starts another dev server. That's fine. But if I toggle this now, it should dispose of that shell, and it should close down the, and it does. Okay, I think that was actually the one. Yeah, that's one issue. Okay, so let me let's push that fix. Git status git and fix disposal of shell. Cool. And then there was another thing. What was that? Yeah, I wanted to just to get a little bit of more context for myself. I just want to look at. So there's a buffer here. Console.log data, and then we have shell. Don't we have a buffer? Do we have access to the internal shell? Or is it get output? Yeah, get output. Did I have that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a little bit difficult to read, but yeah, I guess whatever. Okay, but yeah, it was just to get like some sense of what it looks like. I'm gonna help a customer debug something, but cool, we fixed something. So what we can do now is jump into the issues. Wildcard domain for sandbox preview URLs. Yeah. Okay. Per second billing. Interesting. Was after installing. We don't expose the in the browser. Oh, this is all. Did you get a chance to test it? As we are moving into as we are closing in on official release with a bigger team behind the project. Yeah, as we're closing in on official release, where we also have a bigger team to address any issues. The very latest version is on CodeSandbox SDK at beta 2. Might increase. And the related docs are on. Where are they? GitHub. Docs. Pull request. New SDK release. Can I just open the preview here? Oh, that's weird. Oh. Web editor. Wonder why I can't open the preview there. That's weird. Okay. Nice. And then add an option. One screen that appears before our mention index that the screen is non-removable. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna add this to my questions for now. Where's my questions thing? Because it's just easier to get answers that way. Have we removed the reason we have that overlay is because there's so much phishing, right? So users should know that they're using that. So we need to identify SDK users or something. I remove this overlay thing. Phishing overlay for SDK users. So checking up on that. Add stateless sandbox support. That don't persist any data. Oh, that's a bigger one. I want to label these. Do we have labels there? Dependency is good first issue. Let's create new label idea. Potential futures. Do we have a yellow one? Yeah, great. So I'm just gonna tag these ones because idea. Per second billing. That's also an idea. We need to move these into handstand idea. Allow dynamically resizing. Why would we want that? That's a terminal. I'm not quite sure what Evis means here. Okay, I need to ask about this. What do you mean about dynamically? You cannot resize a terminal. Like in the sense that when you give it inputs, you give that input with a certain size. So you cannot just resize the terminal. Because you need to, like, it's based on columns, number of columns, and that's like stuck when you've sent everything. So you can then resize it so that the next input you give it is by that size, but then the previous stuff is not correct. I don't think even VS Code supports this. Like if I change this, or maybe it does. Yeah, they do seem to render it again though. What if I do ls? Yeah, you see that? It looks completely fucked up. Well, if I do it again, you see it looks way different, right? Yeah, so you can't really do that. But yeah, let me resize terminal. You cannot really do that. But I'll label it as an idea for now. How to create an ad hoc with custom Docker. Ooh. I have tried write text file that contain Docker file. I would expect that anything that runs in shell will execute inside it, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, I think we should emphasize in the documentation this, the actual snapshot builder, because it's an important thing. Closing this for now. We'll highlight better in docs the snapshot builder option, because that's quite hidden now. Let's add that as a to-do. Highlight snapshot building in docs. Python SDK. Worst case April, we don't have it yet. Yeah, so the Python SDK, like, the problem, so we can have a REST API, but the REST API is only for, like, the Python SDK will be exceptionally, well, I guess that's fine, but it's a very different API. Yeah, I want to ask about that. Python SDK priority. Like, it's probably something we should prioritize. Let's keep that open for now. Ben pre-install. I know that we can install Ben using some derivatives that came with the pre. Yeah, snapshot builder. Okay, I have to ask Evis if we have added it. Have we added Ben to default template? I hope you're doing well. That's nice. It's very nice when people reach out in open source for support. And just are human. Unexpected server. I get this. The fixed template not using the project. Oh, sorry. Hi, F. Sorry about late reply, but the SDK has but the SDK is only now becoming a full-on product with a full team behind it. We are about to release 1.1 and more information is coming soon. In the meantime, did you explore this more? Does have been installed? Okay. Let's see. Having issues with creating bash. When I try running the example below for the document output, simply echo back my input command. Yeah. Hi. Sorry for the late response, but we are transitioning from MVP to an official release shortly with a bigger team working on this. So the error with the timeout has been fixed on latest version of our agent. So create bash, listen to shell outputs and command. I'm not sure what it means about. The output simply echoed back my input command rather than displaying the expected response. Okay, but we can test this. Let's see if we can, because we have our shell running, so we can test it. Let's see. So he said, clear. So he was trying to do, I'm just using plain VS Code, but I've zoomed in a bit for the stream. Maybe that's why it looks weird. Let's see, echo. Hello world. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know the issue. Because it's just sending echo. Yeah, he has to write enter, right? So the echo issue is likely that you are not actually sending the enter character. What's the enter character for let's ask GPT. What is the enter character when I send a string to a shell? Yeah, because it didn't send the enter, right? So the echo issue is that you're not actually sending the enter character, which runs the command. Oh, sorry, the theme I'm running? Yeah, what? I thought I was just using the default theme. Oh no, it's Night Owl. Yeah, Night Owl. We will soon invite to release of. For sure. Well, I should say it's likely. I shouldn't be so. It's likely that you're not actually sending the enter character. How can I? Yeah. So this is export. Yeah. Is this the same? Hi there. So we are working. So we have secrets for our sandboxes, but we are still working on making them available for SDK users. The example you sent is likely because you did not send the enter character to actually run the command. Shell.write just writes to the shell. It does not. So you need to give it all characters, including hitting enter. Comment. How to destroy a sandbox. Yeah. I do not think we have this yet. Let's see. Let's add that as well. Do we allow deleting sandboxes? Let's see. Open API. JSON delete. No, that's just tokens. Okay, that's something I need to ask. How to destroy a sandbox and then fail to await shell. What's Daytona? Oh, yeah. It's like a code interpreter thing. Yeah. AI evaluations. And so there's many, like, it's interesting. Like, how does the SDK from CodeSandbox differ from these code interpreters? The thing is that what we built was actually full-on development environments running in these sandboxes. So, for example, CodeSandbox version 2 was actually developed on our sandboxes. So they have like a full set of features for actually doing development, while a lot of these other solutions, they are just code interpreters. It's like having the Node CLI kind of thing, or the REPL. They're more like REPLs than full-on environments. Like many of them doesn't even have persistence, which you kind of need if you're gonna actually develop something. So as Yves mentioned, a lot of work has been going on in the background. Both infra, work on the 1.0.0 release of the SDK, and also the team that is actually going to actively work on this product when it is released. there will be some announcements soon, but in the meantime, you can check out I think Evis is a little bit tired, understandably. Like, he's been working on getting this SDK to a state where it proves market fit, which he has done an excellent job doing, but it's quite overwhelming. Very, very intense work. So yeah, it was a little bit short on this one, but understandably. Yeah, and then I'm going to say check out CodeSandbox SDK beta 2 and docs are here. Oh, this is so annoying. It's so, every time I get that pop-up, I'm like, it's so sad that we switched to VS Code, because we had such a cool editor experience, but like people wanted VS Code features. Like, it's so, I think I'm gonna rant about this forever, because the way I wish we did the product, well, the problem was nobody really wanted the product overall, regardless of the experience, because it was like working in the cloud. But anyways, we had like this custom super lightweight editor in the browser, and then you could click a button and you could open the thing in VS Code. So if you wanted VS Code, I was like, why the fuck can't people just open it in VS Code? They kind of just use, and there was a lot of things we lacked in making that accessible. Like, you had to actually open the editor in the browser to open it in VS Code, but you didn't have to do that. Like, later, like really late, we got a button on the actual dashboard to open it in VS Code. So yeah, I wish we really did that we continued having this lightweight editor in the browser, and then we just made it super accessible to open it in VS Code if you wanted to do that. But yeah, again, nobody really wants to code in the cloud, it seems like. Anyways, felt await shell, how to destroy add environment variable. Hi, we have environment variables in our sandboxes, but they are currently not exposed. But we could not expose them directly as a feature in the SDK. We are, yeah, I want to know the state of it. We are working on making it available for everyone. Let's see. So that's gonna also be state of and variables. Cool. So now, let's see. So I'm gonna, yeah, what we're gonna do first, I'm actually gonna publish a new version of the SDK. So this will be beta 3, I think, which has that shell fix. So let's npm, oh, I need to charge my beta 3. Wait a minute, was that correct? No, that should be npm publish tag beta. Yeah. I think I almost, did I mess up something? I'm gonna check that. That would be bad if I actually published it under, I could actually have done that yesterday. I hope I didn't do that. Versions. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I actually did. That's my bad. How do I, if I mistakenly published publish an npm version as beta version as latest, how do I point latest to an existing version? That sucks. Well, I guess nobody really, well, inspector current this tags. Oh, your package name, which will be CodeSandbox/SDK. And then it says retag latest. Oh, that's interesting. CodeSandbox SDK. And the version we want is 0.12.0. This is just me learning 0.12.0. Oh, no, we have to, you'll have to excuse me. I forgot to charge my clock. Let's see. 570586. Hello. Yeah, let's see. Let's close you down. Let's refresh. There we go. Thank goodness. Okay, and then we're gonna release tag beta. I'm back with you very shortly. Let's see. 915267. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, did my camera stop working? There we go. Okay, that's good. Oh. So now I think maybe we're gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna take a short break, and then we're gonna do another stream where we're gonna work on Sampack instead, because there's nothing like specific to do with the SDK, because we need some feedback, and we're having a session later today to coordinate the release, and yeah, there's still some documentation that needs to be written, but that's boring for the stream. Yeah, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to ask the questions we wrote down, and then we're going to do a new stream where we work on Sampack, kind of get Sampack up to date and explore forking. Like the most important thing now is getting the SDK out. The Sampack stuff is kind of second, or yeah, it's not top priority. I'm just thinking about if there's anything else I should work on. No, I don't think so. Cool. Okay, so I'm jumping off for now, and then we'll do another stream in yeah. See you later. Stay safe.